All right, boys, we are back, and we're gonna be starting our simulation in these next videos. So, before we get started, we gotta still edit our lines. And before I do that, because the media from Columbus has followed all the way to Tampa Bay, you guys are saying that the Bernier trade was horrible. I should have traded for Corey Schneider. So, I'll get you guys give you guys my mindset of this trade. Vancouver, we go to Vancouver. First of all, there's salary cap issues. I know we solved that with LA. They got salary cap issues. Now look at this. Bernier, look at his trade value compared to Corey Schneider's. I don't know if it's half of it, but it's, I don't know, like 66% of it. It's a lot cheaper, all right? We only gave up a second and Rolison for Jonathan Bernier. If we were going to give up the same players for Schneider, we would have to add it would have had to been like Rolison, a first and a second, and maybe we would have gotten Schneider, all right? I wasn't ready to give up any first-round picks. All we gave up was a second-round pick for Jonathan Bernier. Rolison was already going, and he just got replaced by Bernier, all right? Now, if you look at the stats, Corey Schneider, yeah, he's got his mid-80s, you know, he's 85 overall, mid-80s everywhere. He's got BBB, but he is 25 years old. I expect those Bs to go down to B- at the end of this year, for sure. Not to say he wouldn't get good, but look, Bernier, he's the same goalie. He's 2 years younger, still has his Bs. He's 82 overall. Ooh, a couple less overall. In a year or two, if his Bs stay the same, he will be the same as Corey Schneider. All right, give him 2 years to get to 25. The only thing about Bernier that is questionable is those potentials. If the Bs stay there for 2 or 3 years till he gets to like 26, he'll be a good goalie. But if at the end of this season we notice that his reflexes and his most importantly, his reflexes. But if one of those categories drop to a B- or even a C, then yeah, we can discuss if we want to trade for a better goalie. I always said that. I said that in the last video. We may still trade for a better goalie 4 or 5 years in. But for right now, for a second-round draft pick, because that's all he cost, we needed a goalie that we could give a chance to. He could be our goalie for the next 10 years, so that was my mindset. A second-round pick only for Jonathan Bernier, a lot cheaper than Corey Schneider. He would have taken a lot more. It would have been Rolison, a first and a second for Schneider, at least. At least, all right? So, now that we've made our trade, we got to edit our lines. Now, before I edit the lines, because we got injuries on, I don't want any of my star players getting injured in the preseason. So, for the preseason games, I am just going to start the crappiest players. I'm going to send the good guys down to the minors. Don't worry, when you're in preseason, you don't have to worry about one-way or two-way contracts. Nothing like that. So I'm just going to bring up all the worst players that I have. It doesn't even matter what positions they're in. Stamkos go down, St. Louis go down, Cavalier go down, Hedman, you go down. Yeah, this is what injuries on is going to be, boys. A lot of this micromanaging stuff. Oops, my bad. Man, I got to blow my nose already, man. This is what happens when I do friggin' videos in the morning. Hang on a second. Oh, yeah, it's a lot better. And after you blow your nose, you always got to go back for a nice little sip of tea. Clear your sinuses. Hang on a sec. Oh, yeah, very nice. All right, Hedman, you go down. Malone, you go down. Brewer, you go down. Everyone else can stay up. Olin, Bergeron, all these guys can stay up. Yeah, that's fine by me. Piche, Hutchings, Panic, Jackson. All right. Now, goalies, we'll send Bernier. No, you know what? We'll give Bernier. No, we'll send him down. We don't want anything to happen to him. Freaking injuries, man. Oh, I can't move any of them around anyways. Below, yeah. And then, what is this? Above? Oh, my roster is currently full. Hang on a sec. Send Olin down, whatever. Bernier. Oh, no, I got to bring up Tokarski. Yeah, and then send Bernier down. Perfect. All right, so now I'll do the edit lines for Tampa Bay, just best lines. See, we got no stars in the mix. We have some of our defensemen, I guess, Scuderi and Bergeron, whatever, though. And then Garon, all right? And your minor league team, they don't have any preseason games, your AHL team. So, we don't have to worry about Stamkos, Malone, and Le Cavalier and St. Louis getting injured in the preseason. They'll save that for the first or second game of the season. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. All right, so let me just see. Yeah, look, the AHL doesn't have any preseason games. So let's simulate the preseason, and then we'll do edit lines for the regular season here. Welcome to the Tampa Bay Lightning. All right, let's see what happens with injuries after one game. Oh, wow, no injuries. 2 games? Oh, wow, no injuries. Yeah, the injuries don't happen to the crappy players. They're saving them for the good players here. All right. Oh, yeah, Dana Terrell has just been injured with a wrist sprain. His estimated return is October 20th. He's going to miss 3 weeks. All right. Replace this player. All right, so we're still in the minors, or the preseason. Perfect. So now let's do the real lines for our whole team. Roster moves. All right, so let's bring everyone up that we need to. Goalies. Bring up Bernier. Send down. Garon's going to be our backup. Yeah, Bernier and Garon, all right? Defenseman now. Might as well just send... Oh, Scuderi. Let me just quickly do this, boys. I know what I'm doing here. Yep. Hedman, Brewer, Oland. Yeah. Send down Landry, Piche. Is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, there's our 6 defensemen. All right, right wingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're going to have to bring up St. Louis, obviously. Connolly, they're going to play in the minors. He could come up for us, but get him some time, actually. He could be on our second line left wing. Get him some experience. Or should I give him time in the minors? You know, I'll bring him up just for now, just to see what happens with the lines when we make the lines. Because injuries, I mean, he's going to have time. Might as well just, if we're going to use him, might as well just use him, right? Palette. Hutchings. All right. Who else? Malone. Hutchings. And then the centers. See, Terrell's injured now, for God's sakes. LeCavalier. Senkov, you send back down to the juniors. Kalinski, back down to the juniors. Labrie, back down to the... Okay, so that's our whole team switched back around. Gervais is a defenseman. We don't need any more defensemen. It was the right winger. Siegel. Grinder. Yeah, we could bring up Siegel as well. Grinder. All right. So, let's go to our lines now. Let's do our lines. I want to start the... Oh, my God. Excuse me. I want to start the simulation in this video. So, the best lines here. So, I want to give Stamkos, Hedman, and Bernier, we want to get them as much experience as we can. So, again, I don't think we're going to be a playoff team this year. We didn't make our trade for our above-average goalie and our above-average left winger. It would have been too much to trade away. We didn't have any prospects to trade away. So, instead, we just got our average goalie for now, but hopefully he's going to turn out to be something special, and we can continue to build our forwards and our defensemen. All right? So, we got our best lines out here. Malone, Stamkos, St. Louis is going to be our first line. I want Stamkos to get as many points as he can, playing alongside a playmaker and a power forward. It'd be good. I was thinking of bringing up LeCavalier with him, but I think Malone will be good as his left wing there. So we'll leave Malone there. Second line, LeCavalier, Purcell, and this is what I'm thinking. Should we just bring up Connolly just to give him, because he's going to be getting good minutes on the second line, and he's 77 overall. We could just get him some points with LeCavalier right there and Purcell. Won't be too much, but... we don't have any other good players anyways, right? Thompson, Pyatt, Hall, Shannon, Wallace, Labrie. And then we got Siegel on the bench. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not even going to do these lines down here. It doesn't really matter at all. Doesn't matter at all. We'll move up Adam Hall, so we'll have the 379s, I guess. All right? Yeah, but I think we'll bring up Connolly. I'm sure we'll have to deal with some injuries, so he might get moved up to the first line. But, yeah, we'll bring up Brett Connolly. Is his first name Brett? Yes, Brett Connolly. All right, so we're going to bring up Brett Connolly. Defenseman, Hedman and Brewer. I think I'm going to put Bergeron on the first line because I want an offensive defenseman to help Stamkos out. Brewer, yeah, no, he's not the greatest offensively. What was Bergeron offensively, though? I wasn't too much better. You know what? Bergeron's not that good. I'll put Brewer and Hedman up there. Scuderi and Olin, Bergeron and Commodore. Yeah, you know what? Our defensive lines are fine. I'm going to be doing best lines a lot anyways. Power play, Stamkos, St. Louis, Malone, yep. LeCavalier, Purcell, and Connolly. There you go. Bergeron and Hedman, fine. That's fine with me. Brewer and Olin, okay. Four-man power play, Stamkos, St. Louis, Bergeron, Hedman, LeCavalier, Malone. Yeah, we'll leave Malone there. Brewer and Olin, yeah, okay. Penalty kill. Now I want to put Stamkos on the penalty kill. I want to get him as many goals as I can. And he's pretty good defensively. It's not bad. So, yeah, we'll give Stamkos the first line power play alongside Vincent LeCavalier. That's fine by me. Give them as much... actually, you know what? Instead of Vinny, let's put Malone. Nice little power forward beside him. Malone. And then your second line right wing penalty kill. can be, yeah, we'll give it to, no, we'll just give it to Labrie. He's a grinder. They have him there. Yeah, we'll give it to Labrie. Why not? Commodore, Oland. No, let's bring up Brewer and Hedman. Give them experience. Yeah. And same thing with the three-man penalty kill, Brewer and Hedman, and Stamkos and St. Louis, or LeCavalier. Stamkos, yes. Shootout, Stamkos, St. Louis, LeCavalier, Purcell, Shannon, fine. Extra attackers, Stamkos and LeCavalier, yep. Bernier's in the nets, very nice. Norfolk, best lines for our AHL team. We don't have any young guns we want to have on the first line anyways. Our defensemen, Lee and Ollie are going to be our two young gun defensemen. Lee and Ollie. Let me just make sure they're all on the first lines everywhere. Lee and Ollie. Yeah, all right, we're good.